Flosstube.
Hi, Flosstube. I'm Liz.
I'm Shelly, and we're the Antique Needleworkers.
This is a channel about cross-stitch and our other crafty pursuits. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you, friends, for coming back to visit with us.
Yeah, so hi, guys.
Hi.
As always, we just want to thank all of you for your kind comments. We thank you for your private messages. What a wonderful community we're part of. And we've read every single comment.
We did?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
And we are up to date with answering them. So we just thank you for connecting with us and communicating with us and being our stitching friends.
Yes.
Yes.
We're very, very thankful.
Yes, we are. So, all right, Liz, so what you been up to?
Oh, goodness. Not a lot, I guess. Life, kids, church, not a lot. Yep. I don't know. Clearly, I don't lead an exciting life, I guess.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. She still has someone in high school at home.
I do. Yeah,
so,
I do.
Listen, she's doing more than
life
us.
is busy, but not necessarily with anything. But that's okay. Actually, no big events is a good thing. So
That's right.
I'm happy with that. So anyways, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back too. I've been running around with a camera, as everybody knows.
Yes, thank you for filming that too.
It was so fun.
You did such a good job.
Oh gosh.
Seriously. And it was obviously very well received and everybody loved it. And now you all get to see where we get to film and why I love coming out here and spending as much time here as I can. Because it's a beautiful place. It's a very special place. And everyone agreed on that. So
thank you. You guys were all so kind with your comments. And as you can see, we're in the same place we were last time. We're sitting at the quilt frame because it just makes for a nice big long table.
It does.
And
we have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff. And you know where we're going to start? We're going to start and we are going to announce the winners of the giveaway last time.
Yes.
So, all right, let's start.
All right. Let me get the bag with the giveaways in it. Okay. I will just, let's go through it. Okay. Are you want to announce? You
go
want
ahead.
me to announce it? Okay. So for our first giveaway, it was the JBW Little Chintz Sewing Set. The keyword was JBW, and the winner was Doreen Rochelle's. I don't know if you can, you probably can't read my handwriting, so there's no point in me putting that picture up there. Doreen Rochelle's, Rachel's. Oh, we didn't, you know what we didn't discuss?
What?
Actually, no, I take that back. I'm just going to make a decision here without discussing it with you.
Go right ahead.
If you are chosen, if you are the winner, if you will please email us at our antiqueneedleworkers@gmail.com.
You'll find that in the description box. I'll make sure it's there.
So email us your name and what you won, and your mailing info for us so that we can get those sent out to you. We will not comment on your comments.
No.
No.
And we'll just stop right
Yes.
here. Let's just
That's why I was like, this is a good segue.
Yeah. Before we go any farther, not to interrupt our giveaway, but when we do giveaways, we will never comment on your comment and say you won anything. We have the YouTube gremlins going on, and I know that all of you Flosstube watchers know, and you've heard from everyone that we've all, even us the other day, were affected. And so if you win something on our channel, you must go to the description box or write it down right now, antiqueneedleworkers@gmail.com, and you need to contact us and we will promptly get back to you from that point, and we will get your prize to you. And we are going to do a giveaway, but it's at the end. Again, this video, and just a disclaimer here. do not use the word giveaway or prize or anything like that. Unfortunately, we will have to delete the comment if you do, because it is what attracts the gremlins. If you didn't know that, that's why when you hear on here, don't use those words. It attracts them. People are looking for that algorithm to go and scam on your content. So if you do put a keyword in, make sure you do not use giveaway, prize, or anything like that.
Yep.
So now we're going to go back to happier topics. Okay, so the JBW, that goes to Doreen Rochelle's.
All right. Congrats, Doreen.
Congratulations.
All right. Next is teacup. I know it's teacup. Next is the teacup. Is that Luca S?
Luca S.
Luca S. The teacup kit with all of the threads and everything goes to Roxanne Green. Green. Roxanne Green. All right. I don't want to lose. Oh, you took pictures too, just in case I lose one of the stickies.
I do have a screenshot just in case.
Okay. And I apologize ahead of time because we will most undoubtedly butcher your name, and I am so sorry for that. The home kit, which was the scattered seeds
sampler kit.
Sampler kit. Thank you so much. Goes to Dar. I'm so sorry, Dar. I'm gonna just spell your last name because I don't know for sure how to pronounce it. But Dar, D-A-R. Cruiser.
Cruiser.
C-R.
Crazer.
C-R-E-U-Z-E-R. Yes, Dar Cruiser. C-R-E-U-Z-E-R.
Or Crazer.
I know. Well, I'm sorry, Dar.
We're sorry, Dar. But you're a winner. Congratulations.
All right, next one was the Erica Michaels Vintage Garden Smalls set. Or the kit, I should say. And that one goes to Jan Reeder.
Congratulations, Jan.
Yay! Okay. And the floss holder hearts was the keyword for that one. And this one goes to Little Red Hen Stitches.
Little Red Hen Stitches. I love your name.
I know.
I have chickens. I love me some chickens.
All right, so let's put those back in that. So
put that back away
in there. Okay. And then last but not least, the hoop.
Everybody loved the Erica Wilson hoop.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hoop. So the hoop goes home to Kathleen Hatfield.
Congratulations, Kathleen.
Yay, congrats. I know, everyone loved the hoop. So
yes.
Hatfield, Kathleen Hatfield. So if you guys could please email us at our email address, let us know what you won and your mailing info. We will get these out to you as soon as we can.
So there you go.
Yay!
I love giveaways.
I do too.
So much fun.
I don't usually win giveaways, but I do enjoy them.
I had a viewer from the Mill Tour video ask me a question. I had showed this sewing pouch that I had made. It was sitting over there to the right. And you asked about the pattern. The pattern is an all through the night pattern, and it's called Needle and Thread. I actually am showing it today because I apologize. I hunted and hunted for that comment. I couldn't find it, so I'm just going to show you here. This is what it looks like. The company's name is All Through the Night, and it's called Needle and Thread. So I apologize I did not get back with you.
I know Barbara had those at Keepsake.
She did. That's where I got it.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I got it.
I saw it back in the linen room.
Yeah. So we got happy mail.
We did.
We got happy mail. Our sweet friend Daylene from So Grateful. If you have not watched So Grateful YouTube channel, you need to. Miss Daylene is just precious. And I went to the mailbox and we got a package, And she just sent it to us because she wanted to just say, I'm so excited you're here in the YouTube community. And just blessed us with the sweetest little pouch. She handmade this. Of course, she knew I liked chickens, so mine's chickens. And of course, both of our favorite
She
colors
knows
blue.
that I'm a patriotic girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Shelly is too, but I do
Yes.
love patriotic. And
Yes.
Daylene's husband served just as my husband did. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And she put goodies. There's a little Scrabble tiles with our name, or the beginning of our name on them.
Yay.
Little thread card, a heart for Valentine's, some yummy tea. And I love this. These are her floss drops. That's her sweet little dog. And she calls these her dog tags. I love that.
Oh, I just looked at this. I haven't actually seen all this stuff inside of here. That's hilarious.
And then she sent us each. Would you look at how little this little card is? And it's precious. Now, I'm not going to read it because it was a personal, sweet little note to each of us. But thank you, Miss Daylene. We love you. We love your
so
channel.
much, friend.
Yes, you are a kind, sweet friend to us, and we love you. So,
Man, she is a natural encourager. That woman is.
Yes, she is.
Big time.
Love you, love you.
Thank you so much, friend.
So thank you. Another piece, Kathy Lounsbury, you've heard me talk about her. Hi, Kathy. She's with the duo, the So-and-Sos, her and Nancy. And she sent me a sweet Valentine's card and some stickers, which I love. I'll put those in my book of days. But listen.
This Kathy. Oh my gosh, I love this so much.
Kathy is a wonderful stitcher. She is a very talented stitcher. And as if she had any more time in her schedule, she's actually model stitching a giant chart for Teresa Kogut. As if she could find the extra time with her own personal stuff. She hand stitched me.
You're going to have to get up there. It's so tiny. Oh, I love it so much.
Probably half the size of a stamp, and it's on paper, perforated paper, and it's a little magnet.
Little teeny tiny magnet.
And it's a heart. I mean, it's over one. It's so tiny.
Oh, it's
thank you.
So cute. I love it.
I love it. So just a little note to wish me happy Valentine's Day. And I wish you happy Valentine's Day today too, Kathy. And by the way, audience, it's happy Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day today.
So happy Valentine's Day.
I don't know when you're going to watch this, but today is Valentine's Day for us.
Yes. So happy Valentine's Day. So that's our happy mail. And so we're going to move on to our whips now.
Okay.
And here's my book of days. And
Liz left hers here last time.
Yeah, so that's okay. You'll catch up.
So I don't have anything written in mine.
Have kept up my book of days.
Look at you. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know what? I love it because it keeps me on track. I can look back and say, oh, I stitched this on this day. I finished this on this day.
So are you just writing down just what you stitch that day?
Well, I write on here what I stitched for the day. And to the left, I put my new starts over here. And then I had put in the back for Liz and I 6 extra pages. That idea came from Brenda and the Serial Starter, and from Sherry, the Colorado Cross Stitcher. And so for right now, I have starts on this page, finishes on this page, and they had a great idea. Brenda had showed how she took a page and it was an autograph page for at retreats, which I love that idea. So I think there's lots of things that, might come up, during the year that we could write down, and then we could go back and refer to it. So I've been really faithfully keeping track of my book of days. So anyway, so this is whips. So why don't you sew some of your whips, Liz?
I will start keeping track now that I have my book.
Yes, she left it here. I found it 2 days later. I'm like, hey, you left your book of days here.
There was a lot of stuff last night in or not last night, last video in our
I don't
defense.
know. It was only 2 hours and 44 minutes long. You don't say?
No, there was a lot of stuff. So I'm surprised it was just one thing that got, let me start with the 2 whips that I had been working on that you guys saw last time. Not that. Wait, what whips did I show last time?
Well,
I don't know.
Different day. Show you
Whatever
whips.
I have is what I have in this bag, because if it's not in there, I probably left it at home. All right, so I have been working on Mender and Maker, which you guys know. I do know I showed this last video. This I do know. So I made some more progress on it.
Oh, Liz, it's beautiful. Look at that little basket.
So I moved down that side and did the basket and the birds and that little grape leaf thing, I think is what it is. And I did this little bar across the top. So there's just like 1 or 2 things here and then a few other things over here on this side, that strawberry vine, but there's really actually not that much left in it.
And what are you stitching it on?
This is on 46 Prairie Grass by Seraphim. And here, you know what, I will show you this. I noticed this. Actually, oh no, I don't know if I can. Okay, so I guess it's the chart. I will say this, the chart, as I was stitching it, and I got down to the little grapevine right here, there was a lot of leaves on the chart, and I said, oh my gosh, that is way too fiddly for me. We just need to pare this down a little bit. There was a lot of leaves on it, and then I looked, and on the front of it, it's exactly how I stitched it. So here, well, it's not gonna help you guys, but if you guys have this chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. Look.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of extra leaves on the actual chart. I don't want to show the chart, but there's a lot of extra leaves on the chart that are not on the front cover.
And what she's referring to is this vine right here.
That little grapevine.
Right under the birds.
So I chose to stitch mine like the picture on the front, not on the chart. So just so you know, if you are stitching this, there is actually a difference. So I did mine very minimal.
So pretty.
So
did you use the called for or did you convert?
I did not use the called for, but I have all my, I'm getting better, you guys. I'm getting better. In my little Jan pouch, Jan Calvert, I got one for Shelly too.
Yes, it's in with my Mender as well.
So I do. So I do have them all on a thing. And so if people ask, I can tell them. I know 2 things for sure. The words I did in a different color. I did mine in wood smoke. I don't remember what it called for, but it was something else.
It's a little darker. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I did mine in wood smoke, and then what was supposed to be wood rose, because at the time I didn't have wood rose.
And the flowers up on the top where the bird is in the.
So it calls for Carolina Cecil, which is this darker red, and then all the little berries on this and down in this basket down here called for wood rose. I actually have wood rose now. I picked it up when I was Always in Stitches in Indianapolis, but when I started this, I didn't. So I used sanguine instead of that.
It's pretty. It's close enough called.
It is. Yeah, it is pretty close.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. I'll end up giving the whole conversion when I'm done with it for anybody who wants it. I won't go into all of them now. There's a few colors that I changed. There wasn't a ton, but there were a few that I changed. So I can give the conversion once I'm done with that if anybody really wants to know. Or you can email us and I can email you the conversion. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so that was Mender and Maker. And what other chart was I working on? I don't remember now. That was my new start.
Oh my, that's why that book of days would have been helpful.
Sure would have. Thanks, Shelly. I think maybe I showed this, didn't I? I did. Yeah, so needfuls. So I'm working on needfuls and I'm working on this coverlet here because we talked about how...
Oh, I can't wait
This is my first Ada stitch. But I decided this would be the best one to try on Ada because I want it to look like an antique coverlet. And Ada lends to that look naturally, more so than linen does. So I did work a little bit on this because I wanted to see and this is completely my color conversion. This is not what's called for at all. But I wanted to see what that green would look like. So I've got pine needles, I've got cranberry belle soie, and is that blacksmith blue? Blacksmith blue. Those are my colors. So I did work on this. I want to see what the green looks like. So I made my way down so that I could put in some stitches on the green and see what that looks like.
Isn't that beautiful?
Melding into that. I love it. I really do, actually. And I gotta be honest, it is kind of a nice break when I stitch on this.
Well, it's cruise mode.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
Yes.
It's nice to get like a little bit of break because it's so easy to count.
Oh my gosh,
It's
there
so
is like
easy
there is. And I love stitching on my 46, but man, I have to admit, it's nice. It's very nice to sit down and do this.
And the Fiber on a Whim is just
Yes.
luscious.
So this is Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim.
Show it.
Show.
And it's,
Oh.
what count?
18.
18. Yeah.
Yep.
Such a pretty
So
color.
that's coming along. I've got some green in there now, and I'm loving how it looks. I don't know that I'll do Ada for all of these. I think I'll probably do some linen on these, but for the coverlet, I think Ada was the perfect choice.
Yeah.
So,
and it's so pretty.
sorry guys, I am fighting off. I don't know what it is actually. Allergies,
Just
maybe?
allergies. Yeah, everybody's got allergies.
Yes. I woke up this morning and I just felt like there was something in my throat.
The funny thing about Ohio is that everyone says, oh, watch the national news and see what the weather is, and then tune in and see what Ohio has, because we have our own environment here. It's was so nice and warm yesterday, and we're supposed to be frigid by the weekend. I mean, it could change in one day. It's crazy.
Oh, it's supposed to be beautiful today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be like almost 70, and then Friday the high is like 30 something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And lots of winds. We've had a wind warning again today, which is so odd for us. We've had that regularly. Very odd.
It is. Okay. So then I pulled out two things that I have not stitched on in a very, very long time. Honestly, I had forgotten. I had forgotten that I even had started them until I was pulling out things for Shelly and I's video last time. And I saw them and I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot I had even started those. And
It's like visiting old friends.
It is. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's a perfect analogy. Yes. So I pulled them out and I've been stitching on them. I don't know if I'm going to take this out of that
Look at that thread on that fabric.
Yes,
Liz.
I know.
Oh,
and I love this one, so I don't know why. So
I love.
this is my Hester Van Dorn by Cottage House Samplings. I don't know if you can see that. Now I am doing what Kim did, because Kim the Contented Stitcher only stitched this middle motif medallion.
You are going to like loan that to a friend, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I actually took me a little while to find this.
Oh, you're going to have to hurry up and get done so I can
I don't even remember where I found it.
Else.
Yeah, it took me a while to find this. And so I'm not even going to take it out of the hoop. It's okay.
It's such a pretty color.
Okay, so yeah, that's how far I've gotten. My little bird is, I mean, I'm almost down to the bottom. I've just got to put in his other foot. I think he is a parrot, isn't he?
It looks like a parrot to me.
I think he is a parrot. But I'm like down here on this flower. I'm like down here. Oh, sorry.
Show the people.
Show the people. I am like down here to this foot, and I'm like here on this flower. So I just need to do this, finish his tail, and this. But it's going pretty quickly, actually. So this is on 46 count tin roof by Weeks. Which has a beautiful grayish blue hue to it.
So pretty.
And so I picked a really pretty navy silk. Actually, I got this from Hobby House. I had called.
That looks black. It's so
It
navy.
It is. And so I called, and David actually answered, and I said, I didn't know how to pop these open. I do know now how to properly pop these
The ends, if you pop the ends, you can stick your thread in it. Here, let's show you.
Yes. My other one, I have two of them. One of them, I just popped the whole top right off. It just ripped it off. And Shelly just ripped
while I broke your 103. Oh my.
Well, Shelly just did what I did to
broke
my
her
first one. Oh my gosh. All right, kids, that's a lesson in how not to handle 103 silk. So you
just gently pop the end.
Yes.
Put the thread under it and then pop it down and it holds it in place. Take your thread back.
Oh, thanks. I'll take my
broke
broken
her
thread back now. So I called Hobby House and David had answered. David and Kathy own Hobby House in Pittsford, New York. And I said, okay, you have them all listed online. I absolutely cannot tell online what these look like. I need a very deep navy. For a project that I'm working on. Is there any way you can go upstairs and please just find what I need and send it to me? And he said, absolutely. So I had ordered a couple other 103s, but David very kindly went upstairs and searched all the 103s and had sent me a message and showed me. He's like, I think this is what you're looking for. I said, yeah. I mean, it's so hard to tell online and with pictures. You just have to see it in person. But he assured me that this was a deep navy, and I said, fantastic. So it was absolutely perfect. So it is, a Verosois 103s number, excuse me while I get my broken piece. Number 774. So it is a beautiful, rich, true navy, and I thought that it looked gorgeous with this. So that is my Hester Van Dorn. All right, next one that I started very long time ago, and I'm trying to remember where
that is so pretty.
Where I saw this. I don't know that I had ever seen this before.
I've never seen
that.
That
and I was looking
gorgeous.
I was looking online for something and I came across this. I know. Is this not beautiful? So now is it Corey Batakori? Is that how you say it?
Corey Batakori.
Yeah. So which you guys, I think you know her. Is she French? Italian?
Look at that. The bird and the
So this is the Delft sampler.
Oh, that is
and we all know that Shelly and Liz love blue. So of course
that looks so beautiful with my blue dishes.
Yeah. So and of course I'm drawn to this because I love Delft pottery and it's. Anyways,
that is so pretty, Liz.
I've never seen anybody else have this, but I fell in love with this because of the little, the windmill here. I just thought this Dutch windmill, I just thought it was so gorgeous. So I started this a very long time ago. And actually, I started on this side and had picked this variegated silk. And I just wasn't feeling it.
Let me see.
I wasn't feeling it.
I love that.
Well, here's the problem though. This is a 3-tone. So you have a dark, a medium, and a light. This is supposed to be the dark.
Gotcha.
So that would have caused problems with this variegated silk as I got down to the windmill to get that definition between those 3 colors. Because there really needs to be definition in that windmill. But this is a variegated. So I realized very quickly as I got down here, you need some solid definition in that windmill that I needed to do solid silks on this and not a variegated silk. I mean, I love this color. It's a beautiful thread gatherer color. So I went back and went upstairs at Keepsakes and I found 3 NPIs instead so that I could get that variegation. So I have like a dark, a medium, and a light. I had to label those so I know which color was what. And restarted it lazily just on the other side. So I just flipped it and, hold on, let me pull that off, and started it again. And this is where I'm at right now. So there in the bird and in the flowers, you can see the definition between the 3 different silk colors. So I am loving this now.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, it's a fun sampler. And I think I'm not going to probably I'm going to modify this a little bit. I just haven't decided where or what yet, but we'll see how it evolves. I'm just going to stitch as I go down, I'll decide what I'm going to do and not do. So it may be a Liz version of this, but anyway, so this is Delft Sampler by Corey Batakori. So.
And what fabric did you stitch that on? 46 count mystery?
No, it is 46 count Seraphim Tobias.
Oh,
Tobias. That's what
beautiful. And it is perfect. It looks
I knew it was
exactly,
up there somewhere. I just needed to pull that out.
it looks exactly like it should from if you were going from the photograph of the pattern of the model.
Yeah.
The model, I mean, that Tobias is absolutely spot on.
It is. It's a really, I love it. Her charts are beautiful, by the way, too. Very clear, very easy to read. Can't understand any of the directions, but that's okay. I did understand DMC on the back. She does have DMC, but I picked my own colors anyway, so it's fine. All right, so that was my next one. And then I think my last one was actually a new start. And so this I had showed last video, right? Yeah, I think it was last video. This is my Our Hearts by Brenda Gervais, and I said I was going to stitch this for my husband and I's 25th wedding anniversary, which was last month. And so I did. I started it. Oh gosh, Liz, what is wrong with you? Oh, I do know what I stitched on. Never mind. I never write down what I stitch things on. But I do know what this is. So I did start this. So I've got the top borders done. And yes, I changed the colors. But I do have the ring, so I know what's on there.
What's
that
your
I stitch.
fabric?
So this is, so I got the top part started up there.
So pretty.
This is 46 count Hawthorne by Needle and Flax, Rachel. Rachel, I love your linen so much.
Yes.
I just have to say that.
Yes, I love it too. As a matter of fact, I went on
love her linens.
when we had lunch with Sylvia from Running with Needle and
Yep.
Scissors back in October when we saw the beloved sampler, which I'm so excited that we got to share. I asked her, I said, what did you stitch that on? And it was on Steinbeck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she
from
did
Needle
stitch
and
it.
Flax.
Yep.
And listen.
Keeps like cast Steinbeck right now. Did you know that?
No. Well,
Oh, okay.
no. I sat in Chewy's having lunch and bought Steinbeck in the booth, sitting next to her because I was going to have my fabric when I got the pattern. So
Yes.
I love Rachel's.
And so I have to tell you, Rachel, this is probably my most favorite color. And I have many of your linens, but I have to say that I think that this Hawthorne is absolutely
It's
like the perfect sampler color. And I know a lot of people like Dirty Teacup, which I do like, and I have a lot of Dirty Teacup.
Favorites.
Yes. But this is definitely more of a
It's a
brownish.
It's brown and it's perfect. It looks
Yes.
old, but it's perfect for
So it doesn't have a
anything.
lot of Dirty Teacup has a little bit more of a rosy or kind of pinkish undertone to it.
Well, and that's got more of a taupey light, and the Dirty Teacup has more of a cream.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So you nailed it with this one, Rachel. I will be
Beautiful.
buying more just as soon as you make it. I bought this directly from her website when she had said that she had uploaded some. So I started this one, and and when I was in Keepsakes, I was talking with Barbara because this heart on top and this heart, so there's like a heart up here. Can't see, it's white. It's not going to show on this video. And then there's a heart right here and a heart over here. So there's a couple hearts on this pattern that are done in Algerian eyelets. And Barbara and I had a little discussion about this and came to the conclusion that, sorry for any of you who disagree with me, it's almost not even worth it to do an Algerian eyelet on 46 count because the hole would be so
tiny,
minute and tiny
so
that...
you're going to do a Smyrna?
Yes. Yes. That's just the one where I do the X and then the...
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I didn't know.
Two more legs.
Yeah. She showed me how to do that. I mean, I've heard it and I've probably stitched it, but I forgot. So anyways.
But a lot of people will do Smyrnas instead of an Algerian. Because they're fiddly getting through the hole. Now, I do love an Algerian eyelet alphabet.
Oh, yeah.
But there has been linens that I have tried to stitch, and it's like, this is just, if it's a real loose, it's like, then it really pulls apart.
Or if it's so tiny like this,
it's too tight. Yeah.
you're not going to even really see the hole in it. And Barbara said, just spare yourself the grief of it and just do a Smyrna cross. And I said, okay. I'm not going to argue with you on that one. Sure, I'll do that. Okay. Anyways, that's it for my whips. So I had one new start and 4 whips.
Okay.
All right, friend, take it away.
All right, my whips. And I've got my little Jan bag that Liz gave me. I gave some time to my...
Oh, by the way,
go right ahead.
Jan Calvert, it was her birthday yesterday. Did you know that? Almost made it through the day and totally forgot and sent her like a Facebook message at like 10:30 last night, which Jan is long in bed by then because Jan gets up at
and if you don't
unnatural hours in the morning. She's up at like 4:30 in the morning. But so, yeah.
And for those of you who are new with us and you haven't heard us talk about Jan Calvert is one of the finishers at Keepsakes, and she's a precious friend. She's
Very
in our
dear
Stitch
friend.
group.
Yes.
And she's the reason why her and I are friends. We were introduced by her.
Yes.
So I worked a little bit on my mender and my maker, and I got a little bit more done. I finished all the words.
Oh, you came down that side too like I did. Oh, I wanted to do some fun stuff after all those words.
Yeah, and I got the little bird is just, it's so whisper faint on there, but it's really pretty. But my fabric is 36 count R&R Autumn Leaves. It's one of their older colors. And I have to say, if I was going to name this, now I could see how come they named this Autumn Leaves, but it lends itself to me as a very pecan color.
Oh,
and
yes.
The way that I am doing all the called for threads, and I just find that this color is absolutely beautiful with a Brenda Gervais color scheme on it.
Yes, absolutely.
I wish that you could see it. I mean, this fabric, tobacco, pecan, you know, that's what I see when...
Because Brenda's colors are just such a beautiful muted palette, and it just I mean, it's like it was made for that linen right there.
I love it.
It is.
But that's 36 count, and I don't think that they make that anymore.
Because that came from your
my bag.
Your what is it? Your find of a lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard that story, I went into St. Vinny's about a year and a half ago. St. Vincent de Paul, you know, it's a thrift shop. And I walked in, and I never go near the craft section because I'm like, if you all saw the tour, there is absolutely no reason for me to ever go near a craft section. I'm just saying. But I was looking for books, which is right across from it, for my granddaughter. And I was standing over there, and of course, I couldn't help but turn my head, and I saw this bag, and the bag was like this big and this wide, and it was clear, and I thought, I swear I see a Zweigart stripe on there. I can't, no, I'm walking over there, and I walked over, and by golly, there was that big old bag, and I could see the tags. I've got one of the tags right here, and I saw the tag and I thought, that's linen, and it's got shop tags on it. And so it was $8 and the bag was 8 pounds, and I bought, there's enough linen in there to float a boat.
Yes.
I went to StitchCon, not last year, but the year before. I gave giant pieces, like fat halves, to all my friends at the table. And there were yards of R&R and all kind of stuff.
That's amazing.
And I would venture to say that this person must have passed away.
Yeah.
And this, the Twisted Threads, that shop used to be in Cincinnati. It's not even open anymore. So anyway, but that's where I got the fabric. So I don't think you'll find it. And while we're sitting here, I want to talk about this.
See, you can't get those now.
Well,
they're out of stock, as I looked.
Not a 28, because I've hunted for 3 days for them. I've been obsessively hunting.
I have not been able to find a 28.
But what we're talking about are these needles. They're black and white.
Hold a little something up behind. Oh,
yeah, you're right. Let me hold a little something up behind it. Okay.
There you go.
I don't know that that's going to help. Let me use this blue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Yay.
See this needle? This is a pony needle. Pony. They're by the company Pony. And you know, I'm pretty fickle about my needles. And we had a stitch day at our friend Sherry's house. Hi, Sherry.
Hello, Sherry.
And our friend Sharon we were sitting there and they were talking about these needles. I don't know where I missed the boat, but I never heard about these
because
needles.
Jan had them too, and I'm like, how have you people not shared this with us?
and they're black, and then the eye is white, which is really amazing. But they're hypoallergenic, and they don't, you'll tarnish the needles a lot of times from stitching. But so anyway, Sharon said, well, let me show it to you. Just keep that, Shelly. And I'm going to tell you something. I love this needle.
It's very
smooth.
It is, but it doesn't, not that needles have any heft to them whatsoever. They don't. But the lightness of that is different than like an actual needle, like our peacemakers that we use. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And it's flat, isn't it?
I don't know, but these are awesome. You can find 26, but listen, I'm on the hunt for 28. So if anybody's watching and you know where some 28 ponies are, I would really love it if you would call me.
I looked like right after Sharon gave that to you and I couldn't find any. So I think they've been out of stock for a while.
I love those pony needles. So I worked on that, my mentor and maker. And
songs are coming to my mind. I will spare you the concert.
And then I worked as well on Faith of the Heart.
Also, I look for this chart, and it's sold out everywhere too. I don't know if y'all went and bought it.
I'll help
afterwards. You can't. This chart sold out every single website I went to. It is sold out.
Faith of the Heart. A couple people are stitching this with me. Celeste creates.
Celeste! I know.
Celeste.
I was so excited when she started it.
She started. And then Tina Edgar from Team Edgar. Hold on. I'm butchering your name, Tina. Hold on. I've got it because I bought something from your shop. Egner. Egner. E-G-N-E-R. Team Egner. But her name is Tina. But she started, and she was messaging me last night because she was a little distraught. Her Valdani's the color on her house, and so she was like,
"Does it call for Valdani's?"
Yeah, there's a couple Valdani's on it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I put the top border in before, you saw that, and I had portions of this flower. I worked a little more on the flower, and I began to work on the bird. And oh my goodness! Of course, Brenda, she doesn't do anything wrong, but here's the bird colors right here. It's Brethren Blue and Mountain Mist. Oh,
I love Mountain Mist, and that's actually pretty consistent. Now, Brethren Blue can vary greatly depending on what dye lot you get. That's one of those ones that I love this, but some Brethren Blues do not look that tealish at all.
This is such a joy, such an absolute joy to stitch on. And let me tell you another reason why it's such a joy. I am stitching this on 28 count. It's lamb's wool. It looks like raw, but it was actually lamb's wool.
So you're doing 2, aren't you?
I'm doing over 2, but here's the thing. It's just like stitching on Ada for me. It is just a cruise,
Well, yeah, I get that.
And I stitch it in hand. That's why it's so bundled up over here. I stitch it in hand and I just sit and it's just such a cruise stitch. And it just makes it like, when you pick up your stitching and you're like, I just love that I'm a stitcher. It just hits every bell, every whistle, and it's just, it's no work. And so I just really, this is a yummy stitch for me.
I've never used 2 threads on anything that I have stitched.
Oh, well,
never. And you know what? Honestly, in the beginning, it's because I didn't even know any better. I just thought you used one thread until one day at the table, Steph was just like, do you like the look of like 1 on like 32 count? And I'm like, I didn't, well, is there another way? And she was like, well, yeah, I mean, some people use 2 threads. I was like, I didn't even know. I didn't know. This is the things when you first start out stitching, these are things that you don't even, I had no idea that people use 2 and 3 threads. Now, I probably would have still done 1 because I just like the more prim look of just 1 stitch.
I love.
But yeah, that was one of those moments where I was like, well, didn't know that.
Personally, I do love to use 1 thread, but for me, it's just For me, I just shift gears with whatever I'm stitching on. So it's like, oh, okay, so this is, I normally, if it's 32 or 28, I'll use 2 threads, but I have a piece that I'm doing on 28 with 1 thread, and it is a heartstring samplery. I'm sorry about that, Beth. Anyway, she will do that too, and I love the wispy look.
Yep.
And I just think it looks great. But for me, it's just like, oh, you know, well, it's this fabric, this thread, you know, how many threads. And so I just flow in and out of it. But that is a comfort stitch and a half, because it's just.
And guess what, you guys? There is no right or wrong way.
No.
You can do whatever you want.
That's
1
right.
thread, 3 threads, 28 count, 56 count. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter.
Linen,
Yep.
And I am team do your thing, because I do my thing. I do whatever. And it just, you know, and I consciously make choices when I'm kitting my projects. Like the next one that I'm going to show, it was particularly chosen because I loved the thread and I loved my fabric, and it was my choice of what I was going to do it on. And you know, and so it, whatever that required. So this next piece that I'm working on is from Willow Hill Samplings, and it's the Quaker Bird Sampler.
Love this. Oh, friend, that blue.
I just
I love that blue.
I love this blue. I chose my own colors. I went from what I thought, and it's in DMC, and it's color 930.
Gorgeous.
930. And I'm working on 28 count ale. And I've got this much done, and it is just another yummy.
That's stunning. I love it so much.
The color is just so perfect on this ale, and it's another comfort stitch. I mean, and again, like I've said, I stitch in hand if it's 32, 28, or all Aida. If I stitch on Aida, it's always in hand. But 32 and 28, and it just, I sit back in my lap. It's an extension of my hand, and I just keep going, and it just, such a comfort stitch, and what a beautiful, beautiful pattern. Let me just get it tight in there.
Shell and I love a good Quaker.
Quakers and birds. Love Quakers and birds, and blue. So yeah.
Oh, like all our favorite things.
So it hits all the boxes.
Yes, it does.
So
I love that one very, very much.
Quaker bird. And that was ale from Picture This Plus. Picture This Plus, 28 count, and DMC 930. What a pretty combination. I just, when I looked at the cover for that, I was like, oh, that looks like ale, and I have a great piece of that upstairs, and I just, I got my DMC card out, you know, and it's got the thread colors with the real thread, and I was like, oh, there it is, that's the color I like. So that one.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I put a little work into this. I call this Jerry's sampler because I'm doing this for my husband, but I was...
this is what inspired me to buy Aida. Just so you know, I saw this and was like, oh my gosh, I love that color.
Yeah, but I put a little work on this because I was asked to show it. I had talked about my big old project that I was doing on Aida. It's Miss Lucy Calcutt, 1826, by Just Stitching Along. This was a birthday start last year for Sarah W. Handmade by Sarah W. On Instagram. She's a friend of mine. Hi, Sarah. Her and Tiger Lily, Carrie from Tiger Lily Designs. Sarah Wren.
Okay,
this was her this was her birthday start last year, and I joined in with them. And again, let's talk about the way I make choices. Okay, this girl, she's a big girl.
She is a big one.
She's bodacious. She is 281 by 380, okay? So I'm like, well, first of all, this is going to have to be on cruise because there is no way.
Yeah.
To do a project that big, it's going to have to be tremendously enjoyable. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to have counting fatigue. Counting fatigue.
I would not do that on a 46 count.
No. And this is 18.
It's a big old piece of it too.
Yeah, this is 18 count fiber on a whim, milk and honey. And I was asked to show that big old piece or talk about that big old piece I was doing on Ada. Now, let me tell you something. Is that not just beautiful fabric?
Yes. I sat there and was like, oh my gosh, this actually makes me want to buy Ada.
Yeah. And
I did. I bought this exact color.
This, I have got, this
so
is
pretty.
This right here, my stopping point on the top border, that's only a third of the way across. Okay, so do the math. This,
oh my goodness.
She is a big Betty.
She
So
is.
anyway, for all of my friends, all of our friends who said, show me that big project you've got on Ada, here she is. And I call this my husband's sampler because I did a piece, it's on my not my Facebook, it is on Facebook, but it's on Instagram. But I did a piece just a hot minute ago, and I did all the women in my family back to my grandmother, my great grandmother.
Yes.
And so I had been hunting for a piece because I wanted to do my husband's story and his family. And so although there is a lot of florals in here,
like that center cartouche like screams Carrie.
no, it does. It does.
It does.
But the birds up top look like eagles to me. And then down here, there are some deer or stags, and then more birds. And I thought, well, you're never going to have a sampler without flowers. And so, anyway, but my plan is for the top two corners, I'm going to put his mother's parents and his father's parents. I'm going to put his mom and his dad. I'm going to put myself and him. And then down here, I'm going to put his sister, and then our oldest child, and then our middle child, and then over here, our youngest child. So this, that's tentative because I'm not going to put Lucy Calcutt, age 9, 1826, because I've told the story about how I make them personal. There was only one Lucy Calcutt, and this is my stitching. So there is a little extra room right in here. And so I may put our 3 grandchildren in there, but this is for my husband because I want to tell his story in my stitches.
Yes.
So
beautiful,
anyway,
Fred.
All of the
lots of colors,
all of the called for colors, and I have them on these neat drops. They're called thread huggers. I got them on Etsy, and you know what? I think I wrote down where I got those. Well, maybe I didn't. I got them on. Yes, I did. They're called Mini Stitchy Hugs, floss tags from Sarcy Girl Designs. I will put it in the drop down, but I really wanted to show these because
those are really cool. I've never seen them that wrap around there. It's like a shawl.
All you do is you pull your hoops off of your DMC, your number, and then you lay it like a shawl around it, give it one little twist, and tuck it in, and there you go. It looks like a little scarf on it.
I love that.
Yes.
Oh, those are so cool.
Yeah, I saw someone else, and it's been so long ago, I can't remember. But these are all the called for DMCs for her. It does require a massive amount of colors, but it's all in the fun. And so there you go. That is my Big Betty, Miss Lucy Calcutt, and on my Ada. And like I said, you just cruise. I'm stitching this in hand. It's ginormous, and it just cuddles up in my palm, and I just start stitching on it, and it's easy to count. And that's the thing. It's ginormous. So for me, if it's going to be, this is my joy in my hobby.
Yep.
If it's going to be so much work that I'm going to pull my hair out for something that large, that wouldn't be fun. And so I am so pleased with the fabric and the colors, and I'm so excited to tell my husband's story and stitches.
Yes.
And, you know, that reminds me of something that I wanted to talk about really quick, just as a side note. But I was reminded of, and I got to thinking about this because one of our commenters was Miss Deanne Fitzpatrick from Deanne Fitzpatrick Rug Hooking Studio.
Yes. And
I was gobsmacked. I was like, what's Deanne Fitzpatrick watching our video for? You know, but she is so amazing. She is such an inspiration. And you know, I have over here in this, I have every book she's ever written. She is as eloquent of a writer and speaker as she is as a rug hooker and artist. And I think about all the times I always watch all of her YouTubes and things like that. But, you know, we talk about do what you love and how inspired we are by our craft and all of those things. And, you know, all of us are actually artists, and that includes you. If you're a person who has sunk one stitch and you're like, I don't even know how to get going here. We are expressing ourselves in fiber, whatever it is, our medium, whether it's in stitches, in cross stitch, if it's crochet, weaving, rug hooking, you know, we are expressing ourselves and we're telling a story in our stitches.
Absolutely.
And when she commented, my mind exploded because I think of all the inspiration that I have garnered from that woman. And, you know, she talks about making things beautiful every day. In her writing, I actually had it sitting here, but I have, every time you order something from her, you get a bookmark. And I have them littered. I have them in my Bible. I have them in books I'm reading. And she writes, she's like a journaler, and she writes Dear Diary. And she talks about her day and the things that gave her inspiration. And I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that, you know? So, but I think that, as I talked about when I picked up those comfort stitches, I pick them up and they're like, oh, it just feels so good. And you're expressing yourself and you're telling your story in stitches. And as I've been encouraged, I want to encourage people, do that with your stitching.
Yes.
Be you. Stitch on what you love, stitch with what you love, stitch the patterns that you adore, and leave a little imprint of yourself someplace on this earth. If you didn't have that in mind, you wouldn't be here, because that's what we're all about, is these things that make us so happy. So anyway, that really charged a lot of memories and a lot of thoughts. And I'm really supercharged when we talk about stitching and any of our other crafts, because it makes me breathe. You know?
Well, and even the what's the word I want to look for? Even the process of how we do it is very different. Like I've noticed in watching Flosstubes, or just talking with stitchy friends,
or sitting at the stitching table.
Yes, like there are those that love things like Whip-Go, and there are those that chart, or not chart, but like write down like how many stitches they put in or how long they stitched, or have very specific goals for themselves. And
but the process is part of it too,
yeah, but I mean, that is what brings them comfort. That's what I'm trying to say, that they enjoy that process. And then there's people like me who could not track those things to save my life. I barely keep my plates in the air without falling, let alone keeping track of that. But that doesn't necessarily bring me comfort. I don't really want a deadline over me, or you know what I mean? But that's okay, because that's just me. When I sit down, my stitching is
Your comfort.
Absolutely my escape, to help to recenter myself, my thoughts, my feelings, to calm me, to give me an outlet to just breathe for a minute outside of the chaos of my life. And so for me, that doesn't. But for those that love that structure, I think that's fantastic. And I think that's what's so great. Yes. Yeah. And so the process looks so different for all of us. And it's what Shelly said. You need to do what brings you comfort and what brings you joy and what you
and we celebrate that.
Yes.
I celebrate you.
But we come in all shapes and sizes and all kinds of different processes. And I think it's beautiful and it's wonderful that we all have our own way of doing it, but we also have that commonality of loving needle and thread, whatever we're putting it into. Yes. So
it's our expression. It's an expression of yourself. You'll be long gone and somebody will hold on to that, and it'll be an expression of love or remembrance to them. And I just, that's what I love.
Well, thanks for sharing that, friend. I love that
too. Okay, let's see.
Well, this next category is not for me this week.
I do have a finish.
Yeah, Shelly's got one. Y'all, you saw I did 3 the last time. That was like, that met my quota for like the next 6 months. We'll see when I have a finish again.
Well, I had showed last time that I was working on this. This is the miniature garden game boards, and it was from Little House Needleworks. It was a freebie. That's how come I can show you the chart. I have, I got a couple of them and sent them. Well, let me backtrack. I called Steph, or messaged Steph, because there were several of you that called the shop and they couldn't find them. Well, they have some more there.
Yep, they do.
But then on the other hand, she said, well, you know, it's not, don't practice this. But I said, do you think it would be okay if I just made a copy? So I did send out a copy of mine to someone, but I don't want to make that a practice but it was a freebie, but you know, I don't know, it crosses a couple lines. But anyway, I am making this for my grandson, and I talked about how, you know, that last time, but I have finished it. This
Yay, Davey's game board.
This is for my grandson, and my son loves to travel, and they do a lot of traveling, and Davey's an only child, so games are a big thing with mom and dad with him. And so I wanted to make this for him to go. I do know exactly how I'm going to finish it. I am going to do it like a quilt and put a tie on the end so that it can go like this. I'm going to build in a pocket so that he can put his little checkers. Now I am going to have to go get different ones because I bought buttons for his checkers. But once I stitch this, these buttons are too big.
They're a tad bit big.
They're too big.
Yes.
But I did this on what you would call your grandma's Ada. I have no idea. It's just a cream. I chose the fabric because it was like sturdy. I want this to be indestructible. I want it to be an heirloom for him from his Mimi. But I do want to talk about this. I probably am going to stitch this again. But I'd like it for downstairs in the mill and lay it on the table in the living room. I think it would be really great. And I think that for the checkers, I'll do wool pennies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that. That would be great.
But I want to talk about this fabric here. This is a 14 count, and I chose 14 count to make it pretty large. And it's not.
That is pretty small.
I really wished it would have been bigger. And so I thought about it. You know, I went out to Utah in 2019 and I went to Shepherd's Bush. And when I went out there, I
have never seen this in.
This is Flosstube.
Yes.
And I love it.
I hear about it because people stitch prairie schoolers on it.
Okay. When I went out to, Utah.
Needle, is that what you used?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow.
This would be used in knitting as a darning needle to take in your ends.
Wow.
Okay, what I'm talking about is this fabric. It's called Clostern. It's a 7 count. Lori Holt actually has a 10 count, but this would be even bigger. And let me show you what it looks like. I had never heard of it. I had never seen it, but I walked into Shepherd's Bush and the first thing I saw were these pillows with prairie schoolers on it and with patchwork around it. And I thought quilting and stitching.
I've seen pictures of those.
This is how big it makes a prairie schooler. Now let's keep this in mind, people. This is the same size prairie schooler as you would stitch for an ornament, but on 7-count cloth stern, it turns it into this. And I got to thinking, listen.
Perfect.
See this?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to do it again on this. Now, I will say, I am not a stitch counter, and it was very rhythmic, and I didn't need a pattern. But that's a whole hunk of stitch in there, people.
It is.
That's 2,025 stitches just to do the black and red. And I was like, am I ever going to get it done? Because I really wanted to get it done. And so I think that this will be a summer stitch for me. But I really do want to stitch this again to put, if you haven't seen the Millhouse tour, that is the last video. I would like to do this pattern here on cloth stern and make it for to put on the table downstairs, but it's got to be bigger.
So do you stitch on this like Ada? You don't count? That's just the whole.
This is how you stitch. You just stitch over. So it's over just like stitching on Ada.
Okay, that's what I meant. Like you're not counting. It's not like 2 threads or anything like
that.
Okay,
but but how cute
whatever,
is Mr. Claus there? And so I grabbed, I have this bag. This is
how many flosses do you have to use for that?
Thank you for asking. On this, you use
pearl cotton?
You use pearl cotton.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you don't use pearl cotton, you just use 6 strands. You just take it right off.
Oh, 6 strands. So,
but anyway, this bag is my prairie schooler bag, and I've got all kind of prairie schoolers. This is the one that I'm working on there. Now that I'm not currently working on it. This is just in my whip bag, but I grabbed it because I wanted to show the cloth stern. Now I got these couple pieces when I was at Shepherd's Bush.
I cannot wait to go.
But to let you know, I also found some after I got home at Hobby Lobby. So you don't have to go to Utah to get any cloth stern. But if you have ever on Pinterest or seen anybody do the big pillows, this is what they're doing it on. And I am telling you something, especially when you attach patchwork around it. Oh my gosh, it hits every bell. Prairie schooler, cross stitching, and quilting. So FYI, and that is what I will do for the next time that I stitch this.
See, and I think I could do this. I mean, as shocking as that even sounds to me, if I use the pearl cotton, because then I wouldn't feel like I'm just still using 1 thread. I'm tricking my mind. I'm like, it is still 1 thread technically that I'm using on that. But I think I would like the pearl cotton better.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to see.
Because you don't separate, right? Pearl cotton, you just use what.
You just use it right off. Oh, I'm trying to poke this big thing into So that was my finish. That's the one finish I had.
Yay.
But I did want to do a little discussion about that because look at the difference. And this is 14 counts. So if that's 7
which is
count,
big, yeah.
Yeah, and that's tiny. And
it's very tiny.
But I think a little.
Can you imagine that on 46? What would it be?
It would be invisible.
It would be like this. It would be like a dollhouse. Little checkerboard is what it would be. Oh my goodness.
Yep. So anyway, that's my finish.
Okie doke.
And we're gonna talk about our plans for new starts.
Oh yes. Okay. Do you want me to go?
You go right ahead.
All right. So there's a couple things in here. I just random thread flying all over the place that I want to start soon. I have a few wool things and then I have a few cross stitch things. So I bought this right when it came out, which was a while ago, wasn't it? Sure was. Have I started it? No, I sure have not. There you go. It's there we go. I should probably do that. Samplings number 2 by Brenda Gervais. So I thought for Easter, I would start on those. And they have the red one too. I bought the blue one, but I love that. And this one I bought, oh, sorry, just randomness here. Oh, wrong side. This one I bought at Market last year. This is Pansy Patch Quilts, and it's the little red schoolhouse pin keep. Or no, this was from Expo. This was from Expo, excuse me. It was not Market, it was Expo. So in the summer last year. And I couldn't find it for a very long time, and I found it again. So I would love to start this on one of the reds that you got me, one of the red silks that you got me. So I want to start that. And Jennifer, our friend Jennifer, Calculated Stitcher.
I'm working on the one on the cover.
Yes, so she,
And that one.
well, this is the one I'm going to start. I actually want to do, I don't always say this. Now, some people say this. I want to stitch every single thing in this book. I don't ever say that.
Yeah.
This book is the one exception.
Super good.
This book is seriously the one exception. Sweet Land of Liberty. This is the one Shelly said she's working on.
And this one.
And then, so
That's
this,
Abigail.
Yeah, so this is the one Jennifer showed. And Jennifer did I say Calculated Stitcher? Our friend Jennifer did a floss conversion for this with Wendy at the Tinsmith's Wife. And she showed the little keychain card of what she switched them to. They are Dinky Dyes and MPIs. And I took a screenshot of that and ordered them because I absolutely loved her conversion.
She's talking about Salute to Abigail.
Salute to Abigail.
Blackbird Designs.
Yep. Thank you, friend. She has 3 Dinky Dyes and 1 NPI. There's only 4 colors in this, but I absolutely loved her conversion. It was gorgeous. So I bought all the silks. I bought the Dinky Dyes and the NPI. So I would like to start that soon. And then the other one that I probably will do, oh, was it that one? It was one of the little pin keeps ones. No, it was that one. That one as well. So, sorry.
You're good.
My throat is really dry. I don't want to be hacking all over the place. Okay. I've had this. I even have it kitted.
I'm showing this too.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh.
Remember when we were at the shop?
Oh, yeah, and I said I
And
had
I
it.
was so regretted. You'll hear that in a minute.
Sorry. Oh, my goodness. It's just nature's way of keeping me quiet. So this is Love Abide by Lottie Da Samplers. I have had this for a couple years, actually. I love this. The flosses are all in here. I've got linen in here. I've had this kitted up for quite a while. 40 count chocolate milk linen by Seraphim. And you know what? I actually got this from Hobby House. They had it on there one time and I have never seen it again. And I don't see it on her website. So I don't know if this was like some limited edition color.
Oh,
but it is so
pretty.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. But I've not seen it again. I don't know. It's a very, very light.
That's like a pinky mocha.
Yeah, kind of. It says chocolate milk.
That looks like light chocolate milk.
It does look like very light chocolate milk. It's beautiful. And I don't know why it never came back or they never got any more of it, but I absolutely love this color. So
if you want it, call Hobby House and see if they've got any.
I don't know what the deal was with that or why it's not on her website and they never got any more in. So I've wanted to do this and I'm going to do this. That tree,
Here, let me help you.
that's a serious tree right there.
Look, we were at retreat and we saw this and I wanted to buy this while I was there and I had this big stack and I was like, I just got to quit buying. And I walked out and I didn't get it. And all I thought about was that big tree covering that whole city.
That whole
I
town.
loved it.
Yes. Yep. So I'm not going to do the alphabet at the bottom. I'm just going to do the houses up with the tree. So yeah, but it's beautiful.
She's
I love
not
it.
going to do the bottom part, just the houses.
Yep. So anyways, that's on my list to start. And that
I want
one.
to do that too.
So this is on my list too. Who was it that? It was
Somebody
Carol, right?
Yes.
Carol Saltbuck.
That is exactly why I wanted to stitch
Yep.
it.
So Carol just finished that. This is Needle and Thread Sew a needle pulling thread.
Kathy Lounsbury calls that the hippie girl.
It is, man. Those hips are fantastic. I think that's hilarious. I love this one.
I love it too.
And I love that her like spools and her little tomato, sorry friend, I'm moving the quilt stand, are sitting on her ginormous hip skirt. So
love it.
That's on there too. This one is a maybe. I'm not sure yet, but I do love these very much. The Scarlet House, and this is American Homestead Sewing Set. So I may, if I just want something quick and small, she's got a couple really great smalls in there. So that's on my list. And then a few wool things that I want to start. So I was part of the Maggie Club through Country Sampler last year. And so these were two of the ones that had come. And, oh, it's still kind of in there. Man, I'm telling you, Country Sampler puts together a kit like nobody's business. They're always so beautiful when they come. So this is Herbarium Part 1. And I love those purple flowers. I don't know if you can see that, or they may not look purple on the screen, but they're purple. And they're beautiful. I love them. Primrose.
Very pretty.
Yeah, so, and it comes with the linen and all the wool and everything in there. It's so pretty. And this was the other one. This is a big one too. Breathe.
Don't we all need to do that occasionally?
Tell me about it. But
look how she kits this.
I know, it's so cool. Is that not so awesome in the back?
This is a sample of the wool in the back.
And the fabric.
Yeah, so you know exactly where
Yeah,
to put it.
and look, can you just take in for a moment? Look at those beautiful blues and grays. Oh, it's stunning. It is absolutely stunning. Look at those blues. Oh, I love them so much. So those are my two Maggies from Country Sampler that I would like to get to. And then my two other ones were from So Cherished. And they're like in the rounds, I think is what they're called. Yep, look at those bluebirds and the little butterfly.
Oh,
I know.
You hold one and I'll hold the other one.
There's, there we go. So that one's got my bee skeps that I love with my coneflower or echinacea. And that one's got the bluebirds and the butterflies. So love those. Anyways, okay.
So those are the things that you want to get a start on.
Those are what I would like to start here in the near future. Some of them, one or two of these, I am going to start sooner rather than later. So anyways, all right, go ahead, friend.
I have one plan for a start to throw in the minutia here. It's, I was on Instagram and I saw this come rolling down and I immediately, I'm like, Liz, I text her, because we love blue, and it's Eugenie Lazarelle Sampler 1883 by the Wishing Thorn. But
that silk ribbon around it is
yes,
gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
But anyway, I absolutely loved the simplicity of it and one colorness of it. And over here in my silk cabinet, I have the perfect 103. I've done a couple of Carol Ridgard's. Well, they're not finished, but they're the band samplers. And I had been at Sassy Jack's and I bought a band that had blue on the edge. And why I thought that I needed 4 spools of 103, I don't know. But I bought them. It's almost this identical color.
Teal.
And it is so pretty. And I thought, oh, I've got the thread.
Perfect.
And of course, who doesn't have enough linen? So, I mean, because who doesn't have linen they don't need? So,
I'll plead the fifth on that one.
That's just one thing to add
Plead
to
the fifth on that.
the lineup.
Okay.
Plead the fifth. So, okay, right now we're going to just take a deep breath because we're going to share something so special with you. We are so honored to be, first off, a part of the community here in our hometown. But Barbara blessed us this week, and today, if you haven't seen it yet, But today,
Well, by the time this posts, they should have posted theirs.
Yeah, Keepsakes is making an announcement, but I'm going to let Liz tell you all about that.
Oh.
Well, Barbara, I was actually in the shop yesterday, but she was in the shop before me.
Yeah.
So Barbara talked to her first. So I want, together we're going to share. This year is Keepsake's 25th anniversary. And so, they had a special chart made that's exclusive to them, and it will be coming out when?
Today.
Okay. And so, but if you haven't seen anything from Keepsake's social media or their YouTube, check into that, but go ahead, Liz.
So Barbara, they will be, by the time this video uploads later, they will have made the announcement. Because Barbara had already had the video done and they were just posting it online today. So Barbara pulled me aside when I was in there earlier last week. I don't even.
The end of the week.
Yeah, whatever. What day is it? Yeah, it was last week. So, she had talked with Karen Kluba last year about getting a exclusive done for Keepsake's 25th anniversary, and they had
pattern.
Yes, they had been working on this for quite a while, and the finished result is beautiful. And I do love it. So this will be available as an exclusive on Keepsake's website, just like the Bluebirds of Happiness has been. So you will order it from the website, just like you did Bluebirds of Happiness. Barbara does have the charts. They are ready to go. They have the thread packs. They have the linen. You can buy chart and threads, chart, thread, and linen, or just the chart if that's what you want. So it is up to you however you want that. If you just want the chart, just get the chart. And so, but you will order it through the website, just like the exclusive through Judy Whitman, JBW. So Karen,
without further ado.
Yay, I know. Should I get to that part? This is called Lebanon House Sampler. And this is Keepsakes right here. This house is modeled after Keepsakes. 310 is actually on the stairs here, but you can't really see her.
310 is the shop cat. And Lebanon Road is where Keepsake's house is.
Yes. And actually that confused me for a second. I was like, oh, does she know she got the wrong town?
Oh, no.
I was like, no, but they are located on Lebanon Road. They're in Sharonville, but it's on Lebanon Road. So this is Lebanon House Sampler, and it's a garden scene. And if you know Barbara, then you would know that that is all things her, because she absolutely loves gardening, just like Shelly and I do as well. And it's beautiful. What it says: kind hearts are the garden, kind thoughts are the roots, kind words are the flowers, kind deeds are the fruits. Take care of your garden and keep out the weeds. Fill it with sunshine, kind words and kind deeds.
Isn't that beautiful? That's a new start for us.
Yes!
Right there.
I loved that. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And you know what? If there is anyone who exemplifies kind words and kind thoughts and kind deeds, it is Barbara Hills.
Yes, it is.
That is her to a T. So we are so excited that Barbara gave us this and is letting us share with all of you guys. It will be an exclusive just through Keepsakes, and we cannot wait to get started on this. We cannot wait to celebrate. Oh, and Karen Kluba of Rosewood Manor will actually be here in Cincinnati at Keepsakes in August. I do not have the exact date yet, but she will be here to celebrate the actual 25th anniversary party at Keepsakes. It's in August. We'll hit our 25 years. But Karen is coming in town for an exclusive meet and greet and to be there for the party
and
to
we'll
celebrate.
Be there.
Yes, of course we'll be there. Yes, to celebrate Barbara and her amazing shop and just the
love that she brings us in our community.
Not just our stitching community, but the community that she lives in. Yes. If you know Barbara, if you've been to StitchCon or Stitch Away, then you know there is always a service project that is attached to any retreat that Barbara does, because this woman genuinely loves her community and loves serving and giving to others. And so anyways, we are so excited. So as soon as we know the details, follow Keepsakes on Instagram. And I think they're just on Instagram, but they will be posting about that event in August, the dates, all the info for it. We'll share about it once we know it, but we are so excited for her and this huge, huge accomplishment. You know,
and as
25 years as a needleworker shop, that is
huge.
That is.
It's huge. And there's all kind of surprises that are going to go on all year long.
Yep.
So if you do not follow them on social media, please do. We will put in the description box how you can find them. I did that on previous videos.
Yep.
And but so do check out and keep abreast of those things. Subscribe so that you can keep track.
Yes, please do.
Them.
And by the time this uploads, you guys will be able to go online and get all the details of this. And let's support Barbara and let's congratulate Barbara on all that she has accomplished this 25 years. So, and thank you, Barbara.
Yes,
thank
Barbara.
you for letting us share about this and share in the joy of your beautiful, beautiful shop and your beautiful spirit. So, anyways, all right.
So we're gonna go to haul.
Oh yes,
haul. We're gonna go to haul, and I'll go first.
Okay.
This first piece of haul, I love an Etsy shop called Gamma's Treasures. I will put down in the description box how to find the shop. Dawn is the sweet owner and maker of that shop, and she does project bags. And I got a full set. Actually, what I had purchased was this project bag. Oh, do you love that? Strawberry Keeper is one of my favorite William Morris fabrics. Nice, big, fat, luscious bag. Can fit the biggest things in it. I got the Notions pouch to go with. And Dawn, in her kind, sweet spirit, sent along the thread bed for me, made that for me. And under her tag, she always puts a magnet so that it'll catch your needle.
Oh, fantastic.
So I got the big set, and that was William Morris Strawberry Catcher. This is a Lori Holt fabric, the same bag, just in a different fabric. I ordered the Notion. This was a set. But then she made me a thread bed to go with it because she's just a sweetheart. And along with that, though, where did I put that? Where is that? Oh my goodness, where did it go?
Oh, I thought it was underneath those.
I thought it was underneath those too.
What does it look like?
Hold on 1 second, please. I have...
is it under that yellow? Is it the yellow one right there?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Un momento, please.
No. Okay, that's one bit of haul. I'm going to let her show some haul. I'm going to step away and go find this.
Well, I'll take over, guys, because I certainly got haul. All right, we'll start with my favorite haul, which is, of course, linen. Lots of linen, but I don't have a lot this time, but I do have a few pieces that I wanted to share with you. So when I was in Keepsakes, they did get a new shipment of needle and flax in, and so of course I picked up some of 90s Nirvana in 46 count. And I will say 90s Nirvana can be very, very mottled, but this particular batch was actually very, I mean, it does have modeling, but it's very subtle. It was beautiful, and I loved it. So that is 90s Nirvana by Needle and Flax. Did we find it?
I found it.
Oh, fantastic.
You had it.
Oh.
It was with the giveaways.
Oh, okay. And then they also got in a shipment of Fox and Rabbit. It was a good linen day that day. So they had gotten in a big shipment from Needle and Flax and Fox and Rabbit. So I was able to get some 46 count baked clay from Fox and Rabbit while I was there as well. And then I got some more 46 count affogato. So those are my linens that I purchased. So do you want to show that bag real quick? Let's get back to where we were before this.
I was thinking, wait a minute. When I ordered those bags, Dawn is one of our viewers, and she was so kind. I opened up the package, and inside there's a lovely letter that said that she wanted to bless one of our viewers.
Yes.
So she...
That's why it was in my pile,
the giveaways were over
Because
there.
I had the giveaway pile over here.
She made a beautiful vinyl front bag. It's got sewing notions on it and a thread bed with the needle magnet in it. And this is part of our giveaways. But Dawn sent along something for you.
Yes.
So
Thank you, Dawn,
thank
so
you,
much.
Dawn. So yeah, so whew, I
Yes.
thought, where did that bag go? So, but yeah, that is going to be part of our giveaway. So,
Yep.
but did you want to show something and then I'll show something?
I can show my 2 books.
Okay, show your
This
book.
is a new book. This is an older book, but I hadn't showed it, but I just have to show it because it's my most favorite book. It is my favorite book. So I saw, and Shelly's seen this. I apologize. I do not remember where exactly I saw this book, but somebody on Flosstube had showed this and had said that they had a search for it on eBay for quite a while because these books can go for ridiculous amounts because it is out of print. I had a search for probably, no joke, at least a year for this book, and they would pop up. It's not that they didn't, but when they would pop up, they were just too outrageous for me to purchase them. And then one day I got a notification that it had come back in, or somebody had posted it for sale, and they posted it for the exact amount
that
it was actually sold for, and I could not click
quick enough
add to cart. Speedy Pay, PayPal, like buy it immediately when I saw it. The stitching is beautiful, but the book itself is just a work of art, literally. It is called A Schoolroom Alphabet. It is by Needlework Press, Vicky Jeanette. And so this is an out-of-print book. It was by Kansas City Quilt Star, but I can't even...
Kansas City
Star Quilts. Thank you.
I was going to say, I'm a quilter.
Yes. So I want to show you a few of the projects in here because, and just some of the artwork, because this is like one of those books where you sit down and you just actually read it because it's just so beautifully done. This is what caught my eye and what I originally was like, I have to have this book. So this is the bluebird that's in there, and I love this bluebird so much. So, and where's my schoolhouse? There's a little schoolhouse in here. There's a bunch of different projects. There it is. There's my schoolhouse. So that's my blue little schoolhouse. And then I will show the sampler real quick. And she shows the antiques that she used. Oh, yeah, I can show that page. That cute little, it's like a Tim Holtz watch, but it fits in, that tiny little bluebirds fit in that little pocket watch. And here it is. Here's the sampler that I love. It's just, that's actually, she made that into like a sewing mat, it looks like. I think, yeah, a sewing mat. But this book is well worth every single cent. It is just, it's stunning. It is beautiful. If you can find this, I highly recommend this. It has like 12 different projects in it, but, and I mean, what blue lover doesn't need this book? It's all blue.
Beautiful.
Barbara wouldn't like this book, but I love this book. So
Barbara doesn't like it.
She doesn't. And so this I actually got on Amazon. And this is Summer at Not Forgotten Farm. So it's Lori Brecklin.
Do you want to laugh?
Yeah.
I have this before it was a shiny copy. It's sitting right up here.
Oh, really?
It's more like it. Yeah, I got it eons ago.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, now it's all pretty. And so she's got rug hooking in here. She's got embroidery in here. She's got stitching in here.
Uncounted cross stitch. Uncounted.
Yes, I wouldn't have really known what that was, but yes. I just loved some of the projects. I absolutely love that seed bag.
I love Lori. She's so sweet.
That seed bag is what I was just like, yep, I gotta have that. So it's stitched up the top and then just like some
applique.
Applique. Thank you very much. That's what I was looking for. Great book. I love all things that Lori does. Mm-hmm. She definitely is on the prim side, so she is right up my alley. And I got that on Amazon. So do you want to do a few? I have some patterns, but you can go.
Yeah. I have talked about, we have talked about being part of the Facebook group Homespun Needlework, Cross Stitch and Samplers. Julie Kersave, she leads that group, and they do exclusives I mean, I'm going to tell you something. Julie does such a magnificent job for this group and curates the most amazing, some of the best stitching shops put together these exclusives. She pulls in amazing designers and puts them together, and you get everything, every bit of that what you need, plus all the kit and caboodle to go with it. And this was an exclusive for the group by Stacy Nash.
The most recent exclusive.
It's called Caroline's Sampler Pouch.
I think you can still get it, can't you?
I think that you can. And I'm going to tell you that's the other side of it. I mean, look at that. But what you get is you get your pattern, you get everything, the wool, the thread, the linen, and then we also got a That's So Kelly. It's the thread bed. Yeah, thread bed. Sorry, but anyway, this wasn't the most recent exclusive. I think it's still available as of, just last week. And the way that you can get this, the only way that you can get this is to be a member of the Homespun Needlework Cross Stitch and Samplers group on Facebook. And when you go to join, Julie asked me to remind you, it's very specific. If you want to be part of the group, you have to answer the questions. You don't answer the questions, you're not part of the group. It's just as simple as that. And it's so simple. I mean, they're not asking you your social security number.
No, it's not rocket science questions or anything.
Right. And join the group, set it for notifications, and you'll see every time somebody posts, and you'll also see all the exclusives, and I'm talking regularly. We get exclusives.
And she does a good job of letting you know when those new exclusives are coming out and who they're coming from, and, so that she just does a phenomenal job of informing people of what's going on and moderating all of that.
Yes, and so the last one was by Beth Twist, and the wood board that her husband made them. So Beth's husband made them. So you get everything when you get an exclusive through that group. And there are beautiful stitchers on there. If you want to be encouraged, join that group. It's a wonderful,
fantastic group.
Wonderful
I love
group
it
to be a part of.
Yep.
And so that's one of my things. I'll show just a couple. This is so funny. I bought Keeper of the Pins. But funny enough, I bought it twice. I bought it when it very first came out. And
so did I.
And we were at the shop together last week, and I was like, I don't remember if I bought this or not. Oh my gosh, did I buy this? And I went, oh, I'll buy it again. Because if I have it, I'll just put it in, the giveaway box. So, but I bought all the threads that'll be used throughout the book. So Keeper of the Pins by Brenda Gervais. And then Can
we take a moment? Just hold on a second.
Sure.
Are you okay if I do that?
Heck yeah.
Not that Brenda watches these videos. She doesn't. But I just have to tell you, the artwork that she put in these booklets that she started doing. Look at your little stitchy bird back there. What you got in Amanda there. Yeah. But the artwork that is like in and throughout this book, there's the recipe there and her little tomato and little stories about her antique tomatoes. Like I said, I just want a second one because I'm going to rip it apart so I can use the picture. So I was like, it's just,
she did say that.
Yeah, like I think look, their pictures are beautiful artwork in here. Kudos, Brenda. I love it. Thank you so much.
When we were at the shop the other day, I also bought this. La-di-da. It's called Alphabet. I bought all the threads, the called for threads. And while we were there, like I said, I had regret from the Amana retreat that I did not pick up Love Abide. So la-di-da, Love Abide.
Did you get all the called fors?
I got all the called fors.
You're a good girl.
Yeah, I tend to, if I like it, I'll do that. But, and then as well, I really don't want to miss out on these two things to show. Simone Smalls from Sodadi.
Yes.
Sweatedy. I got this book. Oh, my
Those
Lanta.
red and blues.
So this is Simone's Smalls. I think you can even get this on 1-2-3 Stitch. But Simone is a fabulous reproductionist, and she owns Atelier Sodadi in the Netherlands.
And they're just overdyes. Huh. Are those the two colors? The picture on the front? Cherry cobbler and I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So I got that. And then I just got a few more things. I absolutely love Susan O'Brien's Sweet Wing Studio. I love her patterns. I love all the things that they say. I got Spring Doxology.
I like those doxology ones she does.
Yeah. But it's got the little bunnies and the little birds, and it says, "Praise God from whom all blessings flow." This is the newest one that she put up just the other day. It's called Love One Another, and it has John 15:12. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. I love that. And then I have Filled with Joy. Says, the Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. And then this one is Refreshing the Soul. The law of the Lord is perfect, refreshing the soul. Absolutely love her. You can find her on Etsy, and I will put a link in the description box for that. So other than that, I just bought a few pieces of linen. So, oh, wait a minute. I bought some number 10 beading needles because I got some 56 count.
Yep.
They got a big new supply of Legacy, and this is Cafe au Lait, 56 count. I'll just do this while I'm here and be done.
Go for it, girl.
I got Legacy. I love the name of this, Wayfarer's Cloak.
Yes, I do love that name too.
It's a 38 count Legacy linen. And then, didn't I get a piece of that 5360? I thought I brought that.
You did get a piece of it. Yes.
I got a piece of uneven weave, and but I don't know where it's at. And then I got a fat half of millstone from LFA.
Those
Rachel
went
and
quick when
Stu.
she posted that on there.
This is millstone. Who doesn't need millstone in their mill, right? So that's all my haul.
And that was a club color that they did, and it was definitely my favorite club color that they did. They had the linen club last year, which they're not doing this year, but that millstone is
so pretty.
So pretty.
Yeah, and they were wiped out when I got on there.
Oh yeah, they sold out very quickly.
They had a fat half of 36 count millstone, and I said, that's what I came for. So I bought that. So anyway.
All right. A few things that I will show real quick. So our friend Christy Green from Daisy K Primitives had posted on her Instagram that she had uploaded a new original design. And of course I loved it when I saw it. And so I hopped over to her Etsy page real quick and I bought it. It is called, I'll do it that way, Our Nest, which I love. I may put like our kids' initials on it, my husband and I's initials, but such a cute little pillow that she did. And of course it's in blue, so I love that too. And then while I was on there, I found this one. So I had to get this one too, because it's patriotic and I love it. It just says Old Glory. And so these are Christy's original designs.
I got Our Nest too.
You did? I know, I love
that.
this. So
Love it.
fantastic job, Christy. I love this one. This, I saw Shanda stitching in Idaho. She does Flosstubes once a month now, and she had shown this, and when she read this, I got so excited. So this is Homespun Prim by Lori Rippey. And she read this and she said, oh, I love this hem. And oh my gosh, it is my favorite hem. And so when I realized that this was on the sampler, I didn't even know this existed. I immediately went over there and got it. It's the Lucy Mac sampler is the name of the sampler. But here in the words is why I bought it. It says, prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart. Oh, take and seal it. Seal it for thy courts above.
Says the Wandering Stitcher.
I love this so much. I love this so much. Absolutely my favorite hem. So I had to go over and get this as soon as I saw Shanda show that. And then this I got from Hobby House when I had placed an order for some thread.
Betsy's stockings.
Yeah, I don't know that maybe I've seen this, maybe I haven't seen this, but I thought this would be great for...
And it's Plum Street.
It's Plum Street for this summer, for Patriotic, these little smalls. Hobby House, by the way, has got a great selection of silks. If you're looking for all the Aversois, Dinky Dyes, Glorianas.
Wendy at the Tinsmith.
Wendy does too.
Wendy
yes, ma'am, she does.
I've never seen a room so full of
Well,
thread in
I
my
haven't
life.
seen it in person yet, but I look forward to that day.
Are we back in Texas? I mean, Wendy, when are we going to do a retreat? I mean, really.
That would be great, actually.
I miss you, Wendy.
Yeah, so I'm not showing all the threads I got because nobody needs to see all the threads I got. But I don't remember why... Because now I wonder, like, why was I on her website? And did I buy something and I've completely forgotten that I bought? I would have had to bought something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I was on her website, probably did buy something, and I can't even remember. And because I wouldn't have been on there otherwise, but I was on October House Fiber Arts website for some reason. I bought something, and I found her freebies while I was on there, or I happened to see the tab for freebies, so I clicked on it and found these two beautiful little, this one is a Valentine's one, or it doesn't have to be, it just says you are loved. And there's a white heart that kind of goes around here. It's hard to see on the video. And then this side is
love that.
Let Your Love Shine.
The little quilt skirt
Quakers.
Yep. I love that.
So these are actually freebies on her website, and I just wanted to share those with you.
And I'll put a link in the description box for how to get to the website for the freebies. And I'll put freebies.
And if I can figure out what I actually bought from here, I'll let you know next video. But I printed some off for Shelly too, so that she had those. But I wanted to share those with you guys.
And yeah, and so but if there's anything in this video that you weren't able to pause or catch, do check the description box.
Okay.
So are y'all done?
I'm done, friend.
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, I had some antique. Oh, I do want to show this real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, and you have the thing from the old tattered flag you need to show too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
show.
goodness. So here's what's funny. Those should have been in your bag. I got you too. They may have fallen out. No, yours were in there.
Okay.
Anyways, side note, never mind. Ignore that.
This is so funny.
I know.
She walks in.
Yes.
And this is sitting on the quilt frame for me to show.
And I said, oh my gosh, friend. So just so happens. And what I didn't realize, and maybe she had, you know what, she probably said it. Just forgive my brain. Shelly, when she was showing all of her beautiful shaker boxes, because she showed those in her mill tour, and she has quite a few of them. They are from this exact company that I bought this from, and here I am thinking that I had discovered something new. I haven't discovered anything new. Shelly was like, Liz, that's where I get my Quaker box.
I have 10 of them in my house.
Oh my gosh.
And then over here.
So this is New Hampshire.
It's New Hampshire shaker boxes.
Thank you so much.
I'll put a link in the description box because they're
on
wonderful.
Etsy. They're on Etsy. And I found this beautiful little shaker box pin cushion with the William Morris Strawberry Thief fabric.
Yeah.
So we actually had bought two different things with the exact same fabric. We did not know that. I absolutely love this. I love this little shaker pin cushion so much. They have the most beautiful shaker boxes and
they do.
pin cushions, and the shipping was exceptionally fast. They were so kind. They had sent me a note after I ordered, and fantastic customer service and stunning shaker boxes.
And I just want to show you this pin cushion in here. The husband does the woodworking and the wife does the pin cushions, and she is like amazing. And I showed I showed my to-go shaker sewing box. That was a number 6. I have a number 8 in the main house. But the number 8 comes with a pin cushion like this. The number 6 comes with a pin cushion that's built into the side. But she does all the fabric work for it. And just an amazing, amazing couple that does beautiful work. If you like shaker boxes of anything, you've seen my tray. I showed the one sewing box. I have stacks of boxes from a 00 up. I love them. And so it was so funny. She thought... I'm like, oh, you got the New Hampshire shaker box. She's like, what? It was so funny because I do. The Strawberry Thief is one of my favorites.
Yes. Please go check them out. Shelly will link them below.
I'll link them in the box.
You will find a plethora of things that you love there without a doubt. So I did go antiquing with my husband. Last weekend, we went up to Heart of Ohio Antiques, which is in Springfield, Ohio, the largest antique mall in Ohio. Fantastic place. We had a fun day. So I told Shelly, there's a story too. Like 2 weeks ago when I was in church, I don't know why, music.
Oh, listen, I cry in church all the time.
I was singing a song, or they were singing. I wasn't singing the song. It was no solo performance. But I was standing there, and whatever song they were singing, I don't even remember.
And the tears.
The tears just started flowing, and that's just not in church. I think music has the power to touch deep that other things just cannot do. It's amazing. Yeah. But I remember standing there and kind of laughing to myself a little bit. People probably thought I was crazy, but I was like, I only just had one of Shelly's hankies right now. One of Shelly's church hankies.
I always have a hanky in my purse. Why did people quit using them? I don't know.
So I found some while I was there that I loved, and so I got me some hankies. I'm going to throw in my purse. And this one I actually got, I don't know what we're going to do, but you and I are going to figure something out. So this one actually has an A, a beautiful blue A embroidered on it. And I want to do something for Avery. Yeah, so for my granddaughter. We're going to figure that out.
That can go on a hanky quilt like I talked to you about before the video.
Oh, yes.
I did one for my Erin, and it has an E on there. And then I got hankies from all the different people in my family and incorporated them onto a quilt for her. So... That's my daughter, by the way.
Since we are the antique needleworkers, I thought, why not show some antiques? So I found this. It was just laying on this booth. It is embroidery.
Oh, I love it.
And it was just thrown on there. It's Burton Parish Church in Old Colonial Williamsburg. And it was this beautiful embroidered, I don't know if it was, I don't know. It does have a date on it.
It's pretty.
1963.
Oh, wow.
And it was just thrown there. And I don't know why, but I just really, I loved it.
Save that needlework people.
Yes, I loved it. $6.
Love it.
$6. So that was thrown there. And I absolutely love that. I found me a basket like Shelly's. I was so excited.
And look at the blue handle.
It has the blue handle, and it has those little tassel thingies on it.
Which you never find them with those on there.
It was in a case, because Shelly taught me, look in the cases. So I started looking in the cases. So it's full of all kinds of stuff.
It's got a hold tight in it.
It's got a hold tight. Now,
it's a metal hold tight, but whoopie-doo.
I know. So anyways, it had treasures all inside there.
You never find them with the treasures in them. No. But when you do...
$12.
Yay! It's beautiful.
Tim... I had to stand there so nobody else would take it. And then real quick, I found this old spool bobbin that I just thought was so, what is this for? This looks like the ones we saw in Amana.
It's thread.
I don't know, but it was just really cool.
That's really thick, like button thread.
I don't know what kind of thread it was, but it was fun. And then I found this old Height baking powder tin, and it looked like somebody had cut the top to make like a piggy bank out of it. But I bought it because I want to put a sampler around it, like a spool.
Bands.
Yeah, you know, like the thread spools or whatever it is. I just thought it was cool. Anyways, all right.
You lost your pen.
Oh, I sure did. Okay.
Is that everything?
That's good. I'm good.
All right. Well, before we wrap up the video, we got to tell you what our giveaways are for this video. So, speaking of giveaways, just remember, don't use any of those words. And if you won from our last video, make sure you contact us. And so, but for this video, we have 4 giveaways. And so we're going to show first the bag and the thread bed from Gamma's Treasures. Go give her some love and look her up on Etsy too. But if you want that, the word is bag. Bag. If you'd like the Gamma Treasures bag, use the word bag.
Okay, next one is from Plum Street Samplers. I can speak. Red Cottage. And this little house right here is over 1, y'all. And that little strawberry hanging down from it. So cute.
And the word that you need to use for Red Cottage is cottage. Cottage.
All right. Next one is from Scarlet House, and it is the sweet tomato.
And the word that you need to use for this chart is tomato.
Tomato. Looking forward to spring in the garden. All right, and the last one is from Stacy Nash Primitives, Winter Beekeeper Thread Board.
And the word that you need for that one is the word bee, like the bumblebee, B-E-E.
Yep. I love anything with a bee scap.
So.
Oh, and real quick. Okay, I have to say it because I didn't say it last time and then I felt really bad. I have to say hi to Bernice and Rob.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
When I was in Keepsakes, after our first video came out, Bernice had come in with her husband, Rob, with their son and their daughter-in-law into Keepsakes. And she was so kind and so sweet and had told me that they live up in the Dayton area and that they had found out about Keepsakes from our video. And they had come down. So her husband, Rob, was sitting in the stitch room with all of us ladies while Bernice was like out shopping.
Love it.
And he would interject like into our conversation or make little kind of like snarky comments. And unfortunately, I had chosen my words poorly when I was explaining. People had asked if my kids had gotten back from Hawaii. Our oldest and our youngest went to Hawaii with my my dad and my stepmom, my parents from, they live in Utah. And they had met them down in Hawaii for the week, and they were asking if they had gotten back okay. Because I had my daughter, son-in-law, my granddaughter, and my son, like, all on a plane. And
on a plane
Yeah,
together.
So I was worried. I'm like, that's, like, a large, that's almost all my family on one plane. So I was worried, and I said, oh, yeah, they got back okay. And I was telling a story about how when they had landed, they had gotten lays. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I said, but it came out the wrong way. It was an unfortunate wording on my part of how I worded it. And Rob was in there when I was telling this story and I said this, and his eyes got so big, and I swear he was like, Bernice, are you done in there shopping? He was like, what is with these women? My gosh. And the next thing I know, Rob just pulls up a chair to the stitching table and just sits there and starts in on a whole conversation with all of us ladies. But the funniest part, Rob was calling, Rob's term of endearment for his wife was mom. But he kept calling her mom. And I remember sitting there thinking to myself, that's his mother. And he kept calling her mom. And finally, at one point, I said to him, what was your mom's name again? And all the people at the stitching table were like, Liz, that's his wife. And he was like, you mean my wife? And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You kept calling her mom. And he was like, that's like my pet name for her. And everyone's laughing. I'm like, did you all know this? Am I the only one who did not pick up on that? They were like,
clueless.
Yes. Super awkward moment. Because I said, Bernice, my gosh, I was about to tell you, holy cow, woman, you look fantastic if you are his mother. My gosh, what are you doing? Because I was like, this woman, how is she his mother? I don't understand this.
Oh my
but
gosh.
anyways, they were.
Dig yourself out of that one.
I just should have just shut up that day because all things were coming out the wrong way that day. But anyways, it was so much fun to meet you. I love that your husband was there, your son was there, your daughter-in-law was there, that you guys were all shopping together, and thank you.
You found our happy place.
Yes. So thank you for saying hi. Thank you for the laughs and for your grace you showed me when I put my foot in my mouth on that one. But anyway, so hi Bernice and Rob.
Don't you kid yourself. Rob loved every
Oh, he
minute of it.
probably did. I have no doubt.
Oh my gosh. Well, we've got a few plans for the next 2 weeks between now and the next time we see you. We're going to have all our Stitch friends over to the mill and going to have a Stitch day here. So we love that. We love our friends.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to have a Stitch day, girls. So pack your bag. And tomorrow I'm going to the framer. I've got 5 pieces to go to the framer. And
Can't wait to see those.
my mom, I'm taking her to lunch, and I did a piece for her a while back. I kind of saved up my framing, and because, well, to be honest with you, because I ask for Christmas and stuff, I tell my kids, if you don't have anything to give me, you could go get me a gift certificate from the framer. It really is my favorite gift. So I got a couple gift certificates for Christmas. So I waited because I figured I'd really rather use that money.
Yes.
But I did a piece for my mom, and so I wanted her to go with me because I want her to pick out how she would like it framed for herself, and so, the one for her. So I'm going to do that. I'm excited about watching the market releases.
Yes.
Make me Twitter pated. I don't even know what
Teresa
to say.
Kogut.
Yeah.
She's got a couple that I love. And you know what she did that excited me even more, like Brenda? In her booklets that she did. So for Kindred Spirits and for Beauty Fades, she put on the inside covers her original artwork. On the inside of those. And so, I mean, I would buy the book for those alone, but I'm super excited. There's some amazing things that are coming out. Yeah, for sure.
And you saw my favorite. Nothing tops my favorite.
Sylvia. Nothing. I told you, Sylvia, that bird is going to be a runaway hit.
Hey, listen, we've already got a sow planned.
We do.
Kim, the Contented Needleworker, several other people have chimed in because I had said, wait till you see, it's my pick of the whole year.
Yep.
And everybody agreed. And if you haven't seen it, you can head on over to my Instagram, or you could check out
Running with Needles and Scissors.
Yes, Sylvia's website, or her Instagram, Running with Needles and Scissors, and it's called Beloved. And so it's the be all end all for the year for me. But I love Expo. I love market. I get so excited. I literally have a private message back and forth between me and Steph, and I just update my internal note the more I watch. So, and before we're getting ready to sign off, but I want to say one thing really quick concerning Steph and Pam. Steph and Pam from Just Keep Stitching they're friends of ours. They Steph works at Keepsakes, and we have had so many of you that have talked about being alone and you'd have no stitchy friends.
Yes.
No stitchy friends whatsoever. And you know what? You don't have to be alone. And we're not going to reinvent the wheel, because we know 2 people who do it the best in the industry. And that's our friends, Pam and Steph at Just Keep Stitching. If you do not have a stitchy friend, in the very beginning of every single video, Pam and Steph do a hashtag called Stitch Harmony. Not on our video, go to their videos and watch them, and they will tell you what to do within their comments. And I'm telling you, there are no 2 better people on YouTube to hook a stitchy friend up with another stitchy than our friends Pam and Steph. And so if you have never watched their Flosstube, please go check them out, because we love that you're our friends. But you see this right here, there's nothing like stitching with your stitch friend, and there's no reason for you to be alone. They have hooked up somebody. They just talked about this Sunday on their video, and they were talking about it the week before. They literally hooked up 2 stitchers in Michigan, and now those people have made a whole group, and they're having a retreat.
Yes.
So don't be a solo artist. You need a stitchy friend. Go visit our friends Pam and Steph at Just Keep Stitching, because there's nobody going to help you like those girls.
I think it's fantastic that they do that.
They
and they don't facilitate it, but they just say, this person...
put hashtag Stitch Harmony in their comments.
Yes.
And and tell your name and write a little comment, but you need to go watch their video so that you follow the precepts there, and then they'll connect you. They connect you. They'll tell you.
I mean, it's your responsibility to reach out to each other, but they say, hey, this person is in your area too. Reach out to them, connect with them. So
they even pull up a map and show where on the map you're located. They do. They're the best of the best of the best. Please watch our friends Pam and Steph on Just Keep Stitching if you do not have a stitchy friend. But I want to say, there is just nothing like a stitchy friend. And we love that you are our stitchy friends.
We
and
do
you
very
are
much.
coming and you are touching our hearts by being our friends. And I love that you've introduced yourself in our comments.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
It's my favorite part. And we're so glad to get to know you. And we are your friends, but we want you to have a friend. So hook up on there and get yourself a live person.
Yes.
But for these 2 friends today, that's about all we have, and we're going to sign off. So until we see you again in 2 weeks, we wish you many happy stitches. Bye-bye, friends.
Bye, friends.